Donald Mackerel again with me, Donald Mackerel. As you might have seen from my Vinted pickups, I normally get an absolute load of tut. So I've gone back to eBay again, namely because I'm getting some absolute bargains on there when it comes to the Sega Dreamcast. I've got a load of them down here on the floor that I can't wait to show you. We're going to start off with some of the small ones. There is some peripherals in there as well that really need checking. But this is just the first thing, in a box. Never happens on Vinted. So, yeah, we'll see the difference that you get. Oh. Okay, at least it's a box. At least it's a box. But it does say it's a cupcake box. So, Cupcake Couture. No, it's shoes. That's why. $12.99. Bloomin' heck. I thought they'd had some cakes and then package some nice Dreamcast games across in it. Right, let's have a look what we've got in here. I'm probably not going to do the pricing for all of these because it is unfair in that it's quite high in some cases, but it's more to do with the quality of what I'm getting from the people on eBay. So the first one is something that I'm going to need for a few of my shooting games. Because apparently it's a lot easier to use this than it is to use the Dreamcast controller, which, yeah, the analog pad on that must have been very, very early days of analogs. It's not very good. This is a Dreamcast mouse, and as it says at the top there, you can use it on Quake 3, but there's quite a few games you can use it on. Let's open them up. So yeah, boxed mouse for the Dreamcast. All looks to be in relatively good condition. God, remember when to have a mouse you used to have to have the little rollerball thing. You have to clean it every 5 seconds because it gets covered in grit and bleh. I imagine if I got one from Vinted, it'd come pre-covered in grit. So I'll have to get to work getting that up to Vinted standards by just daubing my fingers in filth and putting them all over it. So again, next parcel, I have to show this sideways on because they put the address on both sides of it. So yeah, next parcel, yet again, in a box. And look how easy it is to open these as well, because one of the things that used to annoy me about trying to get into Vinted parcels, he says, was the complete and utter lack of access points, and you're scared that if you do chop into it, you're going to damage something. At least with this, if it's in a box, you're slicing into the box, you're not slicing into the actual goods inside. Right, so yet again, straight inside. Ooh, that is packed tight as well though, fair play. And we have a few games here. The top game, I forgot I ordered that. I think I've bought it since, which is a shame. PS1 game that's made its way, like many games did, for the PS1, made its way across to the next generation of Dreamcast. So yeah, WWF Attitude. What does it say? Get it. I don't ever remember seeing Get It on the thing before. I just thought it was WWF Attitude. Does it play better on here? And a lot of people don't like the games on the PS1 like this and the ECW games and all that sort of guff. I didn't mind them. I thought they were all right. But let's have a look at that disc. Great disc. Great disc. A couple of little teeny tiny scratches, but that should be fine. I will test them. But yeah, I thought they were all right. Didn't mind it. Blooming heck. So it comes with the manual and like all the guff that it originally would have come with. If I was to grumble, the teeth are smashed off on the spindle. So yeah, there is that. But I'm not too fussed, to be honest with you. So here's my first F up. So that one I think I've bought. I'm not too sure. This one I definitely have. I've literally just bought this. I wish I hadn't now. Although saying that, that is absolutely mangled as a case. I'll have to see if I can fix that. This is UEFA Striker. So it's not the best game in the world, to be honest with you. And now I've got 2 copies of it, and one of them's loose. But look at that. That is hammered. That is absolutely gone. So I'm going to need to see if I can fix that, because it's hard to get older Dreamcast cases. I'm going to have to look at the description of it as well to make sure it was said that it was a badly damaged case, because this technically now is disc only price. I don't care what they say. People pay a lot more money just to have a working case. Yeah, a little bit scratchy on the disc as well. Not too bad though, to be honest with you. So long as that works, I'll be keeping it. But I've got a feeling I might be returning it just for the state of the plumbing. Just for the state of the case. Yeah. Got that inside of it. It's a bit tatty, isn't it? I might try and make a good copy out of my other one. We'll see. I nearly bought this today, and I think I've already bought it, so it would have been a double mistake. Not too sure. This is the only problem with Vinted, I must admit. So long as now there's quite a quick turnaround. You get your stuff in like three to 5 days. On eBay, it's taking blooming weeks. I'm not talking like at least a week, sometimes two and a bit. So this I've been waiting for well over a week. So I've forgotten what I bought and what I hadn't. F1 World Grand Prix, which I'm sure, or Prix, if you're my dad, when I was a little kid, used to call it Grand Prix, which sounds bad, doesn't it? But F1 World Grand Prix for Dreamcast. So yeah, I have been waiting for that for a bit. I have a pickup later on, which should tie in well with this. Again, smashed spindles on the case. I'm not sure if it says that. Disc is a wee bit scratchy, but it's not the end of the earth. But yeah, when the cases are mangled, it devalues them somewhat. I had to speak to a guy in an indie shop today, where he was trying to tell me that no, it's fine to just put it in a PlayStation 1 case. No, it's not. Right, next box. Yeah, I must admit, as soon as I got me Dreamcast, I went a bit overboard, and I thought, right, I'm not using Vinted for this. I'm using eBay because I want to make sure that everything's in good nick. And then I saw the eBay prices, and I went, maybe I'll just check Vinted. And I did pick up a few little bits on there. I picked up quite a bit from some online indie shops as well. But I did have to double back and go back towards eBay. See, get some of the games that I wanted that weren't available anywhere else. So here, I just heard stuff rattling around loose in there. What was that? Okay. So to begin this parcel with, a smashed off piece of the case. It's got bubble wrap and everything in it, but it wasn't tight. Everything's rolling around loose inside. I mean, I don't quite understand that. It's like, we'll put some protection on it, but not enough to actually pack it in place. And which one is it smashed off on? Could be any of them, because they're both smashed. Great. Blimey neck. Is it that one? No. I'm just trying to work out if I can fix this myself somehow, but I don't think I can. Ah, yeah. So, so the other side's smashed anyway. It's off, ready to rumble boxing. Blimey. So, definitely already own that. That is unneeded. This was just, again, going to be as a spare case, but all the teeth are smashed off on it. Okay, so this has gone down, bar the using a box, this has gone down Vinted country straight away. Even the teeth are smashed off on the other side, so the disc is just rolling around loose. That's quite scratchy. I don't know if it will show up on camera, because we're not in daylight anymore. But at the bottom, that's quite a big scratch that's getting obscured by my light. I'll have a look, see if it works, but so that was just going to be as a spare case, because the only reason why I bought it was for this game, which I can use the mouse that I showed you about before with. It is Soldier of Fortune, which apparently is not a great, but a reasonable shoot 'em up, which works a lot better on the Dreamcast than it does anywhere else. Let's have a look at that one. Now that has actually got teeth on it. Hasn't got enough to hold it all in place, but at least it's got enough to make sure it doesn't roll around loose. That has got ring scratches on it that I can see. And again, probably won't pick up. It's right near the edge. Oh, I just saw it then. Just saw it up near my head. There's a slight ring scratch all the way around it. Yeah, it's looking like eBay isn't the saviour after all. Oh dear. But again, if they play, I'll keep them. That's the main thing, isn't it? Now, onto the second peripheral, boxed, which this is going to be a nightmare to get into. In fact, let's use scissors. It'll be a nightmare to get into because they've not used our box to package it. They've used the box, i.e. the thing that I desperately want, and I don't want it to get damaged. That's what's protecting. Jesus. Oh, and an Asda bag. Great. Okay, so I think we are proving here that eBay, the standards have dipped. They're dipping as much as they are on Vinted, so it's probably not worth actually paying the extra and going via eBay, because we appear to just be getting the same quality here. Right. So yeah, it's 2 Asda bags. Literally, oh god, it's all bumped up and mangled. That wasn't explained on it either. It's got coffee cup stains. So I'll show you the mangle first to begin with. Great big hole in the top of it. It's a Dreamcast keyboard. It's got coffee cup stains all over it. That wasn't the photo that was on the listing. So I don't know whether they've been drinking coffee while trying to wrap it up or something, but those weren't on it. Yeah, I think I'm... Well, luckily I'm nearing the end of what I need for collecting wise. I don't need to buy anything else now. Pretty much got everything I've ever wanted. But if I was going to keep buying, I don't think it'll be from eBay if this is the state of stuff. But yeah, keyboard looks like it's never been used, to be honest. So God knows how they've managed to ruin the box like that. Shame, 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 shame. Right, let's clip it all back together. I do need to test this later on. And now for the biggie, the last one. Now this, I am expecting this to be terrible. And the whole reason for doing this as well is not just buying from eBay, it's buying from charity shops, because a lot of charity shops now just have an eBay store. For example, I went into a charity shop today. I saw a woman donate a Sega Game Gear, and I was like, "Oh, excuse me." I said, like, before you stick that on sale, how much are you thinking of putting over for them? Well, we'll have to price it up first. And I was like, well, if you want, I can wait. Just find a price for it now. You know, if it's reasonable, I'll buy it off you. And she went, no. We'll put a start price on eBay, and then people can buy it from there. I was like, I'm here. What's the point in donating stuff anymore? And so this one was Dreamcast stuff that was on. Oh god, let's pick him up. Oh, Dreamcast stuff that was on eBay that you had to blooming bid on. I got the winning bid. I can't tell you how much, but all this was put in as for parts or not working, because they said that they couldn't test it because they didn't have a Dreamcast to test it on, which is fair enough. I'm just trying to work out how to get in here. I see. Yeah, so they didn't have a Dreamcast to test it on, so they had to put it in as for parts or not working. So they're not saying they've tested it and it doesn't work, and if I can get it working, great. They're saying they don't have a Dreamcast, so they have no idea if it's working or not. And luckily, I think that put a lot of people off, because I did get this at a reasonable price. I will say that much. Still probably more than I would have liked to have paid, but better than a lot of charity shop in-store prices, which have gone ridiculous nowadays. Right, I am gonna have to probably to pause this and come back to it because I'm just going to quickly show you this. Oh my god, it's going everywhere. This is what it's like. Peanuts everywhere. So I'm going to remove those peanuts. And we're back. So that took ages to get through. I've had to plumb in those polystyrene peanuts everywhere, and I've ended up finally with this. Oh, it is is it Jordan steering wheel for the Sega Dreamcast. I thought I'd go down this route. There is an official one. It's just that this, yeah, if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. Whereas the official ones are fetching a little bit of cash at the moment. As you can see, this should have been £15 from Woolworths. So I have paid £50 for it, for a boxed steering wheel, which is insanity. But it also came with 9 Dreamcast games, which I was looking for to begin with, because I was like, where the hell are they? They're not inside the box. They put them inside the steering wheel box. So, oh god, there's some bits of plastic falling all over the place. Now, if this, or rather if these are in good condition, this has saved the bundle for me, because at the very worst, these are going to be spare cases, at the very worst. Namely, because a few of them I already own. That, I'm guessing, isn't going to be very good. Oh no, there we go. So there's, well, I'll spoil the first one for you. It's Shenmue. And I could only find the first, the first box. So, no, luckily managed to find everything there. Oh, come on, let's get all out of there, just so I can show what I've got. Ugh. There, right. So, 50 quid for all of this. I'll check the discs in front of you, because again, this was basically for parts or not working. Excuse me. So, the steering wheel bundle. Yeah, it's cheap, flimsy crud, but it will do, as long as it plays. Bloody hell, it connects like, remember the old PC peripherals? Just shows you the hardware that Dreamcast was made on, because I think it was, wasn't it built on like a weird version of Windows 2000 or something like that? Oh, there's something else that I didn't know that it came with. So, oh, let's get the steering wheel out. So there's your steering wheel with a gear stick and everything, which is nice, and your Dreamcast connector, and I'm guessing those pedals will plug into here somewhere. Yeah, at the back. Comes with a VMU. If that works, that's nice. That's like a tenner on its own. So yeah, cool. I will have a look at all that in a minute. But there's my steering wheel, which I can now play all my racing games on, which is nice, because I have been struggling with the analog stick, especially with Sega GT, because I love Sega GT, but I play it on the D-pad. I can't play it with the analog controller. It's almost unplayable. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit nicer to play, to get those times that you need to get. Well, I've got all the licenses now, but hopefully it'll be to get the times required to progress quickly, because at the moment I'm earning like 3rd place, 2nd place in a lot of the races. Hopefully that'll push me into 1st place. So the first game, as I said, was Shenmue. We'll have a look at the conditions. As long as it's got bloomin' heck, that is a very, very, very good box. And first disc was immaculate. It's got disc 3 and the passport in there. Okay, and that is literally every single one is perfect. So this might have paid off, going for one that's for parts all not working. So the next Shenmue one, I get no cardboard case for this. I'm not fussed, to be honest with you. This is actually, at the moment, better condition than my Shenmue. So I will be doing a straight swap with this. Yeah, that is pristine. Again, I will check the discs and make sure they all work. So that is disc 2. If disc 1 looks like that. Christ. Yes, it does, but the one thing I have noticed that has now put me on alert, that is the manual. Can you see the rust there on the staples? That means that has been stored in a damp place, and there's all mould on the inside. I noticed a bit of mould on the inside of the other case, but there's all mould on the inside of the cases, so I will need to check these. But still, it's given me if they work, it's given me more faith in the steering wheel. So another one that I've got, so I'll either be, because yeah, this case again is perfect, I'll either be doing a straight swap for what I've got or reselling it, but I think I'll be keeping this because of the case. Oh, Sega Rally. So yeah, Sega Rally Championship. Let's have a look at that disc. Perfect disc. Yet again, blooming heck. Oh, so it's Windows Championship Edition, not Windows 2000 that was on the Dreamcast. And again, yeah, a lot of rust on those staples. I don't know if you can see it actually. It's all black from where it's obviously been stored in the damp. But a really, really, really good case. So let's look for the positives. This is now the 3rd copy of this I've got. Blimey heck. I need to get rid of some, even if it means trading them into the dreaded CEX. V Rally 2, the Expert Edition. Right, let's have a snoop. Fantastic box shit again. One tooth has been broken off on the spindle, which is already better condition than the good ones that have been sold. But I will have to check. But yeah, great quality disc. Blimey heck. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, rusted to high heaven. Again, you can't even see it there. You can see it's all rusted and horrible. Shame, such a shame. Oh well. This, I've now got 3 copies of this, so I need to get rid of some. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Alright. Disc. Immaculate, not that that means anything. So again, I'm going to have to check to see it hasn't got disc rot all over them, but due to that, oh my god, look at the state of that. Such a shame, but it's not the end of the world. These might well work. These might have just been stored in a damp place for a year or so, and they might all be perfect. Oh, okay. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation includes remix by Paul Oakenfold and exclusive artwork. I don't even know what that means. Has it got like a music track on it? Because I know if you put these in a CD player, it just says, these are for use on a Sega Dreamcast or something like that. So, I don't know. Don't know how that works at all. And finally, we've got one with teeth smashed off on it. Finally. But still, more teeth than somebody from Wrexham. No, more teeth than the ones that are meant to be in good condition. These are meant to be for parts or not working. And I say, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it's all rusted to hell. Nothing I can do about any of these because it was listed in that sense. But so far, the 50 quid is worth it just for the blooming cases. Like if I've got 9 cases at £50 and a VMU, Christ. Sonic Adventure, great game, but already own it. So far, I already own all of these, I think. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, every single one, blooming heck. But again, I've been waiting a couple of weeks for this to arrive, so perfect case this time, absolutely perfect. And all that there is a little bit of rust on the manual, so not the end of the earth. Now, finally, 2 games, and I didn't put these in this order. It's just they come out in this order. 2 games that I don't own that I do need, so I need these to be in good condition. The first one, from what I've been told, plays terribly. It's meant to be an awful game on the Dreamcast. I just don't own it. MDK2. So is it Murder, Death, Kill 2? No, that's covered in like some sort of dust. So yeah, this has been left in a damp place, whether it's a garage or a loft or something. That doesn't like it's ever been played, or it's been put in once and never used again, because it is so tight on the teeth in there. This is a good bundle, thank Christ. And again, I will test them. Yeah, it's rusty. We'll test them and I will check. You can even see actually it's all damp on the edges there. I will check that it works. If it does, good God, this is a hell of a bundle. And it has given me a little bit more faith to go back and bid on things on eBay, which you can't do on Vinted. It's just, you pay the price or not. You can put an offer in, but 9 times out of 10 when it comes to computer games, people have massively overinflated the price of their things on eBay. It looks like you still can pick up the odd bargain, and you are covered there. Like I say, with this, yeah, parts are not working, so you're not covered at all. With everything else where it says good condition, like all the things on my windowsill that are a bit naff, I can just say I'm not accepting this and get them to pay to get them posted back. Again, with Vinted, number one, it's a nightmare just to get things posted back. Oh, and by the way, this one's Sega Bass Fishing, and the disc is in good condition. It's a nightmare to get them to get stuff posted back. They'll argue until they're blue in the face, and then when you do finally say, like, right, yes, this is damaged, please accept it back, they make you pay the postage. eBay, you are still covered. That is, again, apart from a bit of rust, that is perfect. I'm really, really happy with that. So, ups and downs, as always, yin and yang. But finally, that charity shop bundle has made me happy with what I've got from eBay. Am I going to keep using it? I don't know, because it depends on what happens with this little stack of games that I've got at the back there, where the vast majority are completely obliterated. And yet again, just because they put them in a box, if it's got no packaging around it, they're going to end up like that. They're going to end up all smashed and naff. So yeah, anyway, I will give you an update and let you know if all of them have worked.
It works! It works!
Hopefully they have. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been Donald Mackerel from Donald Mackerel Gaming. I'll see you again soon. Cheers, everybody.